Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. It's going to be a very, very exciting game today. Down the bottom left side of the map, it is Mr. HyuN. He is 26 years of age, from South Korea, plays for Team Rocat and sponsored by Rocat as well. So Rocat likes this guy very much, apparently. And I'm actually looking, they've started to get the WCS ranks up quite a bit, and HyuN is actually #1 apparently. So yeah, must be doing a bunch of good stuff. I don't know exactly what he did, but he looks like he won season 1 of WCS, the American bit, and that got him 2,000 points. He's been doing a whole bunch of other great stuff as well. So yeah, very, very nice stuff. And MC is actually behind him, and my old friend Stardust is 3rd place. So it looks like a lot of great players getting up there. Yeah, so I may look into that a little bit more later on, but let's get moving on to the game. We've got Alicia up the top left side of the map, who we played with a little bit yesterday. This is actually from the whatchamacallit, from the WCS America, which I just said that HyuN actually won that tournament, but doesn't mean that he wins this game. It's could be one of those best of 3 where it goes to an ace match, and I think there were actually 3 games in this series, so it probably did go to an ace match. So yeah, who knows, who knows. So we do have a very, very fast expansion coming out from Mr. Alicia, going down before the gateway by the looks of it. The Overlord is going to spot that, and meanwhile HyuN looks like he's gone for a pull before hatch, so he's going for a slightly less risky, more aggressive sort of play, although the 3rd base is coming out straight away. So he's not going to go for anything super aggressive. He just really, really wants that 3rd base out nice and fast, and getting the early spawning pool means he can deal with anything crazy that Alicia sends at him ASAP, gets him a little bit more secure, and then he can throw all his risk away on the 3rd base, but he feels a little bit more secure. If he went just 2 base without getting a pull first, it would be crazy. It would be absolutely nuts. So at least you get the pull first to offset the fact. Why is this? Excuse me, one sec. I thought I changed this damn thing. Damaged. I changed this yesterday, and somehow it got set back to normal. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I have to check it after I finish casting this game to make sure that it stays on. But this Ling, ever so slightly faster than the Zealot, and is going to be able to hang around for quite some time, getting some nice scouting information, at least until the Stalker comes out. So there we go. Does see the Cyber Core still running ahead of the Zealot, and the Zealot is just like, this is some bullshit right here. But the Ling, seeing that there was a Cyber Core and that something was coming out of the gateway, made the logical conclusion that it was probably a Stalker and decided to get the hell out of that entire base. Meanwhile, the probe coming on back, and these guys are going to be sent out to escort the probe back, sort of. That Ling somehow manages to survive, man, and actually sees those guys, and this guy is going to come straight back on in. He realizes that he could get in there. Good to see a scout. There is another Stalker coming up, but what is back here? It is a Twilight Council. Hell of a good scout there. HyuN, excellent, excellent scouting in this game so far, and he's going to have enough Lings coming out to deal with these guys. No speed. I assume he's been pushing hard on the workers. Not so much, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. He's put everything into that early 3rd base, and these guys actually going in. The Zealot trying to hide itself away behind there. It doesn't work all that well, but it works okay. Still ends up going down, and the Queens have survived for now, and the Stalker is forced to run on away. We do have Link Speed coming out. We do have Blink coming out. We have seen Blink in the past used by Protoss against the Zerg, and early game Blink Stalkers are good versus a lot of things, but so when you start to get into the mid game, when you just got roaches and hydras everywhere, Blink does not really help that much. I mean, you throw a bunch of Blink Stalkers against a bunch of hydras, or even against a bunch of roaches, I mean, you're getting overwhelmed no matter what you do. You blink away and the Lings are on you in another 2 seconds anyway, so Blink doesn't really help. Helps versus slower units. Maybe against like pure roach it would help, but against Lings, no, not really. And against hydras, not all that much. It helps a bit, but hydras just do so much damage that even with Blink Stalkers, it's very, very hard to eke out an advantage against Hydras, you got to have a significant advantage, like weapon upgrades or something like that. We do have one weapons coming out for Alicia at the moment. HyuN yet to start his upgrades, but yeah, not sure what he's going for at the moment, I guess. He's got no Evo chambers as well, so that does mean no upgrades. He is pushing out a layer. He's got Ling speed, so that's going to give him a bit of pressure at the early game. He's going to be able to deny Alicia a third base if he plays it right. And yeah, he's just macroing up workers. Alicia is staying behind him though. That early expansion for Alicia allowing him to push out a ton of workers, and so far he has kept pace with HyuN's expansion. So, well, HyuN's amount of workers anyway, his macro. So it's kind of at a stalemate at the moment. HyuN building a phenomenal amount of links there, really phenomenal. Way more than he would need for just harassment purposes. I don't know what the deal is if he wants to actually attack with lings. If he's going for Mutaling, it looks like Hydraling is the name of the game, which is a nice combination to throw up against a Protoss player. And we'll have to see how Alicia deals with that, because Hydraling would do very well versus these forces. I mean, Hydras get in there, do a bunch of good stuff. Observers everywhere, getting some nice scouting for Alicia though. They don't think they've seen the 4th base though, which is a bit of a worry. Should try and find out about that fairly soon. The Overseer coming in here, and the Stalkers are going to take it out before it sees too much. Sees the Robo facility, does not see back here, but there's nothing there to scout anyway. Single Ling going over there. The force is actually moving away. Oh man. If that scouting link had come in, these forces would have run, and then it would have been wide open. But yeah, the scouting link actually sunk the entire plan by revealing that the forces were there. There we go, the Observer going past. Misses the massive Ling pile though. And the Lings, are they going to go in there? They've got a small opportunity. Not a good one though. The building wall off here, very, very nicely done by Alicia. And the Lings are going to have a tough time trying to get in there. They decide to fall back. And I gotta say, I really, really like this against Lings. This is a great, great defensive play right here. They can't get into the mineral line easily. They can't get at the cannon easily. They have to run all the way around. And running around here leaves them so open to a counterattack from down there to a flank. All you have to do is send your forces down there, and then the Lings are utterly screwed. They are all going to die. So it's a death trap for Lings, basically, this base. And yeah, it's not going to go down anytime soon. Warp Prism with a couple of Zealots in it. Going to be having some fun. Observers, there's so many Observers all over the place here. So here we go. Infestation Pit. Does get a nice scout on the Infestation Pit. Puts down a Zealot. Destroyed by Hydras. They were trying to destroy the Warp Prism nodes, but that thing was just too far away. And the Hydra's really getting out on the map. As well as the Infestation Pit, we do have a Roach Warren. So very, very nice stuff. Looks like there was some play right here to get in there, but doesn't look like it worked out. Another Overseer coming in here. Does get a scout. It does see the Robotics Bay, which is very, very nice. Colossus covered out, so no doubt a Spire will be coming up very, very soon. Or else a whole bunch of Vipers. I'm not sure which one. A Hive coming out straight away, so it looks like Vipers are going to be the way to go. Vipers, as I've only just recently learned, require nothing other than the Hive. They don't require any special buildings. I suppose they do require the Infestation Pit because the Hive requires the Infestation Pit, but I don't know. I think they just require the Hive. They don't require like a Greater Spire or a Spire or anything like that. So yeah, looking good. Hydra's doing a really, really good job shredding Zealots. Needs to work out this, but if he moves his Hydras off, oh, there we go. Sees the main army coming in via the creep, and that pulls him back. So very, very nice play. The Ling's coming in, going to destroy this Zealot, but the main army coming back, and HyuN does not want to have a go at that army. He likes to leave these guys off to the side, so Alicia can never be quite certain that he's going to be okay. Sent a couple of Roaches over here to take this guy out, but it's proving too much for these Roaches. And the main army coming in here, massive Roach Hydras, but he's going to have to send some reinforcements down here to protect this base, because it's going to be under siege very, very, very soon. Meanwhile, his main force coming up here, upgrades-wise, we've got 1-1, and we've got 2-0 for Mr. Alicia. So what single Colossus out really, really needs to get some anti-Colossus tech out here, because the force fields The Hydras are actually making a real go of it, but there were not enough past the force fields to actually have a go at the Colossus. Zealot's doing a pretty good job, but there are 2 spine crawlers here and a bunch of roaches, so they should be fine. The Hydra's over here, meanwhile, trying to have a go. They killed the cannon, but the Nexus got overcharged. Meanwhile, the Colossus finally goes down, but the loss of life from Zerg units was absolutely insane. And they're backing off. Absolutely backing off. Actually, a couple of queens here. They're going to be running along the way as well, so should be able to back up here. Stalker's trying to blink in to get some kills, but not going to work out that well. Look at this, man. 3 bases for Alicia, 4 for HyuN. He's got a little bit of a worker advantage, but not nearly enough to sort of break this Protoss. You really need like 10 workers advantage against like a Protoss player or something like that. But it's so difficult because if you've got that worker advantage, that means less army units, and if the Protoss maxes out, then you are pretty much sunk. Not 100% sunk, but you're very, very... You're in a bad position right there. Zerg, generally their units are cheaper-ish, and yeah, so they run out really, really fast, start trading off as best they can. But if it's a max army versus max army, the Zerg are definitely not at an advantage, unless they've got some serious heavy-duty units like Ultralisks, like Brood Lords. We haven't really got anything like that from HyuN. He's got Roach Hydra, and Alicia has Colossus, so Alicia, I think, has the advantage. He's starting to get Storms as well. Here we go, the main army coming in here and sniping a Pylon. They're sort of pulling out, sending a couple of Roaches in to have a go at this base, and these guys are going to try and flank it, but the Zerg has the option of flanking the flank if they wish to, which it does not look like they're doing, but they might be able to take out the 4th base. Here they go, seeing the 4th base. They're going to be able to snipe that very, very easily. The Protoss trying to come in here. Don't tell me he's not going to be able to snipe this. He's taking his time, but he's still attacking this. Look at this. The Viper's yanking the Colossus in. The Colossus not taking the damage they need to, not getting the focus they need to. And some force fields coming down. One Colossus does go down. The Hydra's still trying to do the best they can, but the Colossus is just eating them up. And HyuN again falling back under this massive Colossus pressure. The Viper play was very nice, but so many Stalkers doing so much damage, and 3 weapons is just about to hit, and that is not going to make things any easier for Mr. HyuN. And look at the Zealots coming in right again. I don't think he got these guys sorted out very well. Looks like they're doing a great job here, and the worker numbers, I don't know if he killed any workers, but there we go. The Zealots finally going down, and this Pylon is so far away that is absolutely insane for him to try and take that down, and I think Alicia knows it. That's why he put the Pylon so far away. You might think, well, it's better to have a closer Pylon, but it's better to have a Pylon so far away, because Zealot running time, who cares? It's an extra 20 seconds, but if you have to go all the way out there to actually destroy this damn thing, then that's quite a walk. And if you send a lot of units out, then basically that's ton of Zealots being warped in down the bottom. And I don't know if Alicia realizes the Zealots got warped in, but he's got bigger problems on his there we go, Ultra Zoom on the way, so he's got bigger problems over there. The Hydras, sorry, the High Templars coming out, looking to get some sweet storms off here. Are we going to see some sweet storms? That's a very, very nice storm. Hit some of the Vipers as well. The Colossus coming out. This time the Micro is a little bit better. Both Colossus going down very, very fast, and now the Hydras are in control, doing a great job there, and that is exactly what HyuN needed to do. It's just beautiful, beautiful play. He's going to continue to push here. The force field's going to hamper him a little bit. Where are the Vipers? He needs it. Another Colossus is here, needs to be able to take that guy out. Vipers, go on, get in there, do your job. They're not doing their job, and yeah, that Colossus turning the tide single-handedly right there is, as soon as the Colossus went down, the Hydras go to work, and the Stalkers just start dying so badly. You really need that Colossus to help move things along, and if you don't have the Colossus, then you are utterly, utterly screwed. And we saw how quickly Alicia backpedaled once his Colossus went down. He was just running for his life. As soon as the Colossus went down, he was like, oh shit, get the hell out of here. But he's holding on. He got a Colossus in there at the very last minute, and managed to push back, managed to push HyuN back across the bridge, and now he's got 2 Colossus. And now he's, yeah, thinking about moving out once again, but HyuN is thinking about moving out the other direction. He's got a ton of roaches. Not so many hydras, but a ton of roaches. Roaches not bad at killing stalkers, not as good as hydras, and they do tend to take a bit more damage because they are armored, but yeah, they're so much more bulky, and against Colossus, they do last quite a bit longer. Here we go, 2 more Colossus. The Vipers are going to pull them out. There we go, 1 Colossus getting pulled out, gets instantly owned. Storm's coming down, but the roaches are taking the brunt of the storm damage. Vipers need to be getting in there, need to be yanking them out. It doesn't matter if the Vipers take some hits, they've got to take the Colossus out. There we go, the Colossus going down, and HyuN is pushing in, and he's pushing in hard, going for the base. He can take out anything, but Zealot's coming in, running into the back line. The Hydra's having to go on the defensive. That's not good. But here we go, Hydra's the base taken out, and HyuN is going to be backing off there. He's quite happy. And even moving around there, the Hydras are doing such a good job, but there's not that many of them. The Roaches having to do most of the work by themselves. And it's not a great position to be in. Alicia, he did pretty good. I'm sorry, HyuN did pretty good, getting a ton of Roaches out there to soak up the Colossus fire, but he definitely needs the Hydras for the DPS. You can see him building 10 more at the moment. And the Viper numbers, are there still Vipers alive? There are 3, and they're still alive, and they don't have much health, which is not good, but they'll regen health very, very slowly, so that's pretty good. Yeah, but the Viper play is really starting to look good here. HyuN really starting to show a very, very, very good plan right here, and he's doing a pretty good job. Alicia lost a bunch of workers there, I feel like, down to 61, under 71, which is not good, and HyuN starting to look like a very, very advantageous play. And Alicia is getting a little bit flummoxed here. I mean, the Colossus are good versus everything, but they die to the Vipers. The Hydras, the High Templar, sorry, are good against the Hydras, but not so good against the Roaches. And there were a lot of Roaches in that army, so what is he going to do here? I would say a couple of Immortals would be not a bad idea at all. Get a couple of Immortals out there. HyuN has moved on. He's got a ton of Roaches, but he has got a ton of Hydras as well, so really pushing him out. We got 3-3 there. We got 3-2 for Alicia. So 3 armor just about to show up though. Whoops, didn't mean to click on that. And now we're moving out. 2 Colossus again, a whole bunch of High Templars. If they can storm the Hydras, then it is going to be absolutely fantastic. Where are the Vipers? They've gone for a bit of a stroll somewhere else, but HyuN has got enough units. He's just pushing through, going against the Colossus, and there we go. The Colossus just about to die. I think it's just a numbers game here. He didn't even need the Vipers. He just absolutely demolished that army. Just ran in and demolished it. Absolutely. So there we go. And as crazy as it might sound, I think this was actually the diversionary force right there, these guys. So yeah, they're pulling it off. Where's the mothership core? We need an overcharge here. This thing has got to be overcharged very, very soon. And the Vipers, I don't know where those Vipers were, but we've got a swarm host out as well. Just for the hell of it, the Roaches just sort of pulling on back, leaving 2 of these guys to take out workers. They took out a ton. They're down to 39. HyuN, I think he is going to be very, very good right here. And look, he just runs straight into the army, just snipes the Colossus. He's got way too many units. Alicia just has not got anywhere near enough. Not even bothering with the Vipers. Actually, the Vipers all died. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know where they died, but they all died. So Alicia, he took him out, but he lost anyway to the rest of the army. So HyuN just had too much, way too much army at that point, and just completely overwhelmed Alicia at the end. So there we go. Great job there by Mr. HyuN, and definitely a very, very strong performance from both players, but I guess especially from HyuN, considering he won the game. So great, great game, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this game, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned for that.